Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Physics with Rishikesh. Today we will learn the combination of capacitors, that is the series combination of capacitors, the parallel combination of capacitors, and then we will see what will happen if the two conductors at different potentials are connected with a wire. What will happen? In the next video we will solve a number of problems, numerical problems on capacitors, the combination of capacitors. So watch the full video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends and subscribe my channel. So let's start. Combination of capacitance. First of all, we have to know what is capacitor. A capacitor is an electrical device that stores the electrical energy and supply it at once. Capacitor stores the electrical energy and supply it at once. This is a capacitor. And what is a capacitance? Capacitance is the capacity or ability to hold electrical energy in the form of electrical charge. Capacitance is the capacity or ability to hold the electrical energy in the form of electrical charge. Today we will discuss about the combination of capacitor. There are two types of combination of capacitor. One is series combination, and the other is parallel combination. Now we will first discuss about the series combination. Suppose there are three capacitors and their capacitance are C1, C2 and C3 respectively. The potential difference here is V. Suppose this is plus V, this is 0. This is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. Okay. For series combination, the charge Q is same in each capacitor. For series combination, charge Q is same for each capacitor. Since their capacitance is different, so the potential V will be different. Potential V will be different in each capacitor. Okay. What is the potential of the first capacitor? V1 is equal to Q by C1. V2 will be equal to Q by C2. V3 will be Q by C3. Okay. Therefore, V1 is to V2 is to V3 will be 1 by C1 is to 1 by C2 is to 1 by C3. So, the ratio of the potential is the ratio of the reciprocal of capacitance. Okay. Therefore, the potential is distributed among the three capacitors. The total potential is given by V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now, consider another circuit where the capacitance of this capacitor is C equivalent in place of these three capacitors. Okay, and the potential difference is V. This is plus V, this is 0. So we can write V is equal to Q, the total charge, divided by CE. Okay, now from this equation, from equation number 1 we can write, Q by CE equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3, or 1 by CE equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. This is the formula of the capacitors connected in series combination. For two capacitors, 1 by CE will be equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. That is, CE will be equal to C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Now, if the capacitors of these two capacitors be equal, then we can write C1 is equal to C2 equal to C, say. Therefore, the equivalent capacitance will be given by C square by twice C, or CE will be equal to C by 2. Now, parallel combination of capacitors. Suppose three capacitors are connected in parallel combination. The potential difference is V. The capacitance of these three capacitors are C1, C2, C3 respectively. This is the positive terminal. Suppose this is plus V and this is the negative terminal. That suppose the potential is 0. So the potential at this point is also plus V and the potential at this point is also 0. Okay. Now in this case, in the case of parallel combination of capacitance, the potential V is same in each capacitor. Potential V is same in each capacitance, if each capacitor, okay, and the charge Q is distributed. Q is different. The charge in these three branches are different. Now let us see what will be the charges in these three branches, in these three capacitors. For first capacitor, whose capacitance is C1, the charge will be C1 into V, Q2 will be C2V, similarly Q3 will be C3V, because we know the formula of charge is capacitance into the potential. Now, therefore, Q1 is to Q2 is to Q3 will be equal to C1 is to C2 is to C3. So, the ratio of the charge is equal to the ratio of the capacitance. C1 is to C2 is to C3. Now, since the charge is distributed, the total charge, suppose Q, it is distributed in three branches, Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Now, draw an equivalent circuit okay. Suppose the capacitance in this capacitor is CE, potential difference is V, this terminal is plus V, this terminal is at 0. Okay, so the charge will be C into V, CE into V. C is the capacitance of this capacitor. Now, since the charge is distributed, this is suppose my equation number 2. Therefore, from equation number 2, we can write CE into V. This will be C1V plus C2V plus C3V, or we can write CE equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. This is the formula of the capacitance in the capacitors when they are connected in parallel combination. CE equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Suppose there are only two capacitors. We can write for two capacitors, CE equivalent capacitance will be C1 plus C2, and if C1 equal to C2 equal to C, say, then the equivalent capacitance will be 2C. This is all about the parallel and series combination of capacitors. Two conductors at different potentials. Suppose there are two spherical cells whose charges are Q1 and Q2 respectively, and whose capacitance are C1 and C2 respectively. So the potential of the first capacitor will be V1 equal to Q1 by C1, or Q1 charge will be C1 V1, and the potential of the second capacitor will be V2 equal to Q2 by C2, or charge Q2 equal to V2 into C2. Therefore, the total charge is given by total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2. Now, if the two conductors are connected with a wire, then the charge flow from the high potential to low potential, and the process continues until their potential becomes the same. Suppose V1 is greater than V2, so the charge will flow from V1 to V2 conductor. The charge will flow from the high potential to the low potential surfaces, and the process continues until their potential becomes the same. Suppose V is the common potential. Okay. Now, from the conservation of charge, we can write the total charge before connection. This should be equal to the total charge after connection. This is from the conservation of charge. Total charge before connection equal to total charge after connection. Q is the total charge. This is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2. And the total charge after connection, that is when the common potential will be V, the total charge will be C1 V plus C2 V. Or we can write V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. This is the common potential of the two spheres or the two conductors. Now, loss of energy due to sharing of charge. The total energy before connection was half into C1 V1 square plus half into C2 V2 square, because we know the energy of a capacitor is given by half into CV square. This is the energy, U equal to half CV square. Therefore, the total energy before connection was half into C1 V1 square plus half into C2 V2 square. Now, the total energy after connection, this is equal to half into C1 V square plus half into C2 V square, or we can write it as half into C1 plus C2 into V square. Now, we have derived the formula of V, the value of V. Now, put this equation, half into C1 plus C2 into V square. V square means C1 V1 plus C2 V2
divided by C1 plus C2 whole square. So this can be written half C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square divided by C1 plus C2. Okay, therefore this is the total energy before connection, and this is the total energy after connection. Therefore the loss of energy is given by half into C1 V1 square plus half into C2 V2 square minus half into C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square divided by C1 plus C2. Now half is common, the LCM, take the LCM, C1 plus C2, so this will be equal to C1 plus C2 into C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square minus C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square, right? Now simplify this. Half into, this is C1 plus C2, C1 square V1 square plus C1 C2 V2 square plus C1 C2 V1 square plus C2 square V2 square minus C1 square V1 square minus C2 square V2 square minus 2 into C1 C2 V1 V2, right? So this is equal to half into, this term will be eliminated, this term will cancel each other, okay, half into C1 C2 V2 square plus V1 square minus 2 V1 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. So half C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 whole square. This is the energy loss. Suppose this is delta E. This is the energy loss due to the sharing of charge. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.